The final patrol. Luis didn't mind working alone. After all, a quiet night meant easy pay, especially for a job as simple as guarding an abandoned hospital that was about to be torn down. The old place, St. Augustine's, had been empty for over a decade. The city just wanted someone to keep kids and vandals out before demolition next week. It was his first night on the job. The place smelled like wet plaster and rust. Every sound echoed: his footsteps, his breathing, the faint hum of the emergency lights that somehow still worked. He checked the cameras from his desk in the security office. Most of them flickered, static dancing across the screen. Only one hallway had a clear view: the surgical wing. 1:47 a.m. He heard it. Faint footsteps, slow and dragging. Luis turned up the volume on the monitor, but the static only grew louder. The sound wasn't coming from the speakers anymore. It was coming from behind him. He spun around, flashlight in hand. Nothing, just the empty hallway. When he looked back at the monitors, every feed had gone black except one. Room 303. The door was wide open. Luis hesitated, but curiosity, or maybe duty, pushed him to check it out. The surgical wing was colder than the rest of the building. As he walked down the corridor, he noticed something scratched into the walls. "Leave before 3:03. He laughed nervously. Probably a prank from the last guard. But when he reached room 303, his stomach turned. Inside was an old patient bed with restraints still attached. Dust covered everything, except for one thing: a security uniform neatly folded on the bed. On top of it, a name tag. His name tag. The radio on his belt crackled suddenly. "Guard Luis, you there? You're late again, right?" He froze. It was his own voice, his exact tone, his exact words. The lights flickered. The radio hissed. He turned to leave, but the door slammed shut. The flashlight dimmed and went out completely. Then, in the dark, a faint whisper filled the room. "You shouldn't have come back." At 3:03 a.m., the cameras in the security office briefly turned back on. Room 303 glowed with light, showing an empty bed. The uniform was gone. But the next morning, the new guard found a fresh uniform folded neatly on that same bed. And on the tag, a new name had appeared: his.